Hi everyone, it's Tiffany Sharp. It's been a little while since I made a video for you guys, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to make a video about my new course and these beautiful, fun books that I've been working on. This is called the Petals and Pockets book. I have a brand new, huge, awesome course called the Petals and Pockets course. It is all about making these ring-bound books that are super easy, extremely versatile, and oh my goodness, the surprising thing for me as I've been recording these videos for the course, which is why I didn't even think about putting some time into making videos to show what the course looks like to people who aren't in the course. I've just been so distracted by the fun things that are contained in this book and like working in the book. Every time I open it up, I get sucked in. It's a lot of fun, you guys. I'm having so much fun just adding to the books as I'm creating the course and working in the books as I just recently took a little trip and I was sitting at the airport and I just did a bunch of doodles. I had the fewest number of supplies you could possibly take and consider and like call it, you know, packing some art supplies for a trip. I had totally forgotten to pack things like glue stick and paints. I really could have used some paints and a paintbrush. So I was forced to just kind of use what I had, which is a couple of pens and a washi. But the amazing thing that I discovered was that everything that I really needed was contained in this book that I had just made. And it worked so amazingly well. So I'm going to show you how in the course you can put together this fun book that is not only like really amazing to look at, but every time you open it, you're going to find that you're drawn to actually wanting to create something with the items that are in the pockets. And also it is so functional. It's like the perfect motivation for me anyway, to just grab a few things out of the pockets, to have all the supplies pretty much contained within the book, and then be able to just create on the go. And you know, like, you don't have to be sitting at an airport. That doesn't have to be on the go. You could just like take this downstairs and create down there while you're watching TV or whatever. I know that sometimes it's hard to have everything that you need and to feel motivated. You're like, oh, I want to create something. So you open up your journal and you're like, I got nothing. I feel like everybody knows what I'm talking about, where you just flip through and you're like, nothing's really speaking to me. And so this book has been so different because every time I open it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, which thing do I want to work on right now? And I'll start and then I'll get totally distracted, which is a bit evident in the videos. But you know, look at how cute these pockets are. You just take out a few of the things. Oh my gosh, I've been inspired just to come up with stuff. I mean, I didn't come up with like a shaker bag, but I didn't even plan to have this. But it just, as I'm creating the class, I'm like, let me make this, let me make this. And so I just keep saying to myself and in the course, this is going to be a never ending course. Every time I think, oh yeah, I'm just about done, I come up with new ideas. Oh, I just came up with this idea too of making your own tickets. I used to do this actually. This is like a culmination of all the ideas, not all, but so many, like majority of the ideas I've ever had, and so many of the crafty things that I used to do all rolled into one book. And it is amazing. You guys, if you knew how enthusiastic I am about this course and these books, yeah, it just like surprises me every time I do something or I come up with an idea as I'm creating or as I'm showing you in the course how to create something. And I made this tag too, because I'm one of those people that I'm like, you know what? You don't have pre-made tags? Okay, let's make one. Let's not feel like you're missing out. Let's just make one. And then I have a bunch of these tags, and guess what? I made a printable. So I love sharing things that I have with people. And I know like I didn't have enough. I made some kits to go along with this class. The kits are just like literally packed full to near bursting. I have to, you know, when you have to sit on your suitcase and then like zipper the thing shut, I have to do that with each kit before I mail it out. I have to like squish it down and then close it. So it's bursting with so many items that you can use in this course. But I felt like there were a few things that I wanted to put in there, but I didn't have enough to share. So I made a bunch of printables. This was kind of like after the fact. I'm like, you know what? Hello, I have some sort of a scanner. I should scan things and make them available in the course. So these are all in there for free. Well, you know what? If you're in the course right now, I'm sorry. This is a preview of what you will get soon. Soon. These are not available yet, but they will be very soon. Oh, I don't want to put that in there yet. Or do I? Maybe I do. So this cute little seed packet, that was an actual vintage seed packet that I had, that I scanned, vintage tickets, and this tag that I scanned. So I love pockets within pockets because you can keep on adding more things to it, and it's just so inspiring is all I can say about it. I feel like I keep using that word, but I don't know what else to say. It's one of those things that you might have to experience. And then I've got lots of clear pockets because I love using things like transparencies and just recycled plastic. I love using recycled plastic. I had a bunch of these page protectors that I used, some designer papers, some collage papers. These are from Jessie Peterson, and these are available for anyone to purchase. You can go to her website, you can go to her Teachable where she has classes and get the digital downloads there. So a lot of these papers are from Jessie's Printables, and because Jessie and I are collaborating, and I asked her if she could maybe possibly help me make some papers that go along with this course, and she did, and they are wonderful. They're just amazing. And I'll show you how to make this scrappy, I can't remember what I ended up calling this. I have a hard time naming things. So it was like scrappy fiber tag, something like that. But even the flower itself is handmade. I've got templates on how to make that. This was one of Jessie's printables too. All the flowers, all the botanicals in here are hand painted. So I haven't even told you the best part about this class. first, there are hours of videos where I show you how to paint all of these botanicals, because you know I love my watercolor. This, I show you how to paint those, paint the covers, make the covers out of just like bookboard or the back of a paper pad. Paint all of these goodies. And if you're not a watercolor painter, like my watercolor classes are designed for beginners. I love teaching people who have never used watercolors before, because it's so simple. I don't know, the way I paint with watercolor, I feel like is different than let's say someone who calls themselves a watercolor artist, because I feel like watercolor artists are extremely talented with what they do, and they take all of the very like amazing technical skills of watercolor and they apply that. Me, I'm just having a lot of fun and doing things super quick and easy. And it's the amazing thing about watercolor is it turns out so beautifully. It does the work for you. This is like so unplanned. It's gorgeous because of watercolor, because like that's what watercolor does. And so that's the way I like to teach watercolor, is just to let it do its own natural thing and see what happens. And it always turns out just amazing. So here, I'll show you, I'll give you a good preview. This is a template that I'm going to give in the class too, that I do give in the class, because that helps to punch the holes in the right places. And these are some handouts. These are some printables that I included in the class, but they are the botanicals that I show how to paint in the class. Like, these are the actual lessons that I go through in the class. So there's this 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this a double? Oh, this one I already showed. 5, 6, 7, and more. I think there's more, but yes, 7 plus lessons on painting botanicals, because I want people to be happy when they paint and either discover watercolors again, or continue using watercolors if you already know how wonderful watercolors are. And here, this is one of those kind of a border page that I showed how to paint, but also it was really good practice for when we get into painting the bookboard. So don't worry if you're like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. We practice. I will show you how to do this. You guys will be able to do this because we've already practiced so many times. I love encouraging people. I used to be a high school and middle school science teacher, and so I feel like motivating, encouraging, empowering other people to do new things and try new things is part of my superpower. I love doing that, because what comes out of being encouraged and trying new things are just the most amazing discoveries, amazing feelings. And then you enter a whole new world of art and craft and things that make you really happy that you can just do at any time. All right, so let me show you my other books before I get... So this is the thing, I just get so distracted by stuff because it's a lot. And then I also wanted to show you my handout that I have in the course. You get a little schedule. Right now, we are in week 1. The week 1 has just been released, which is painting all the botanicals. So now is like the perfect time to join. And then next week, I'm going to release a set of videos on how to create the covers, how to prep the covers, how to paint the covers, seal the covers, all of that stuff, and to punch the holes for the rings and all that. And then in the last week, the 3rd week in March, or actually it will be like well, anyway, it'll be on the 23rd of March. I'll release a set of videos, a huge set of videos on creating all the pockets and tags and the doodads, sewing all these itty bitty scrappy things, making cute little circle tags. Did you know that this one was not actual metal rimmed? It's a faux metal rim. Again, I was like, not everyone has these metal rimmed tags. So let me show you how to make your own. Because I don't want people to feel left out. You can make this. It's so cute. But like all these pages with the plastic, this tag that's a little pocket, this page, everything that's in this book, this particular one is the one that I show you how to make every single pocket, every single page. Like all of this will be shown in class. Not this, because I made this at the airport. But it just came in handy. So some of the things that I use are store-bought, or not store-bought. They're actually reclaimed and rummaged like this. But if you are one of those people that like to go out and rummage through thrift stores and gather, I do a lot of gathering and collecting, cards and things like this, then this is perfect. This is the perfect place to store all this until it becomes time to use it. Also, it's a great place, I think you saw in this book, it's a great place for if you get any gifts or cards or happy mail from people, you can add them here. Like this is from my friend Megan Quinlan. I got some Valentine's Day happy mail and I added it here, which is really cute. And then I think, yeah, I got some happy mail from Orange Spiral Arts, which is Brianna, and I added that card there. So there were also some cute little hearts, yeah. Some cute little hearts came with that card. So happy mail, so great. And you if you get happy mail or are sending happy mail, you know how wonderful those goodies are that you get in the mail. And I'm sure you feel like, oh, I don't know where to even put that. How do I display it in a way that I can see it frequently and I can make use of it? Stick it in your journal. Put it in some pockets. So I've got some empty pockets there that I still need to fill, but so pretty. You see, like, look at this. I could just start working in this right now. And really, it took me just a couple of minutes or probably a few seconds just to put some things in this little pocket here that I created for this book. But now look, I can just take some of these things. I could glue it. Doesn't it just make you, it is so inviting. I just want to go ahead and start working in it. Like, this is gonna be the issue. Oh, that's cute. Should I do that? Okay, well, let me put this aside. I'll work on this in a minute. Because I was going through my the handout and the supply list. Let me finish my thoughts. Okay, so there's a big supply list. Here's all the things that I provide in the kit, which I have a few of. I still have a few kits left. So if you're in class or you want to enroll in class, grab the kits before they're all gone. All the tools, the papers, adhesives, and then a contact page. And there is a Facebook group where you can ask questions, you can share your work, and there's also Zoom gatherings where each week, okay, I put it here, each week there's going to be a live Zoom where people can share their work, ask questions, talk about anything they want to talk about pertaining to the course or not pertaining to the course. I don't really care. I think it's a really good way to connect. And, you know, I want everything to feel like you are supported in the course and encouraged, and that you have all the tools that you need in order to be successful and complete this course successfully, which there are so many steps where you can feel like you have completed the course, like completed the book. But you can also keep going on. Like I said, this is going to be the course that never ends. This is going to be the book that never ends, because when you put together a book that's as fun and gorgeous as this, it's like maybe all the rings are full and maybe you've used up all your papers and all the fussy cut botanical focal points, whatever you want to call those. Maybe you've got everything full and you're like, yes, I'm done. And that's the point that you call it done. And you totally can be. Or the point at which you feel like you're done might be when you've gone back and done some art journal spreads and used up some of the things in the pockets, which, of course, when you do use up some of the items in the pockets, you're gonna want to refill them. I mean, that's pretty natural, right? So as you use it up and then refill it, you're gonna be like, but there's more in here. So maybe it just becomes as a storage place where, oh, I need some botanicals for another journal. Oh, this journal has pockets with lots of things in it, with pre-made botanicals. And I'm just looking around for papers and things, because this is what we gotta do. We gotta fill up these papers after we take some out, put some more in there, and then I'll be ready. I'll be ready for the next time that I need to grab a few items. So it's really as easy as this, okay? Oh, this one doesn't quite fit. Let's do a thirds. So this is why I love having multiple pockets and multiple sizes of pockets, because I have so many items that are, you know, of course, you got different sizes of items, but now I've got the perfect size pockets for everything. Yeah, I pulled this out because I was thinking that's really cute. I should do that. These little pockets will hold the smaller items. Like I've got a couple little packets where I've got little bits of threads and stuff. So stick this in here, take it downstairs, grab a glue, don't forget your glue stick when you go travel. I did have one of my washies, which was really handy. So I was happy that I had that. And okay, I'll remember this next time, or I'll be inspired to put it somewhere else. It's no big deal. I can't lose focus and start art journaling now. But look at how cute this is. This tall, skinny journal. And then where's my little guy? Oh, I have a little guy, and it's called, I had to name it Little Guy because just kept calling this little guy, and it's so cute because it's little and chunky, and it's gonna get chunkier. I'm gonna add more. This is a larger ring than I have on this. And these rings, you can see how really sturdy they are. They're not the individual rings that are really floppy. They come in sets of 3, and they're really nice and secure. And then I'll show you in class how to work with them to make sure that you use them in a way that keeps it secure. So artwork from other classes are really fun to put in here. There's felt pages. You can take this anywhere with your ideas. Yeah, that's from my Monarch class. Just vintage cards. I love having papers that are made of tissue. Oh yeah. I'll show you how to paint on tissue paper, which is like the most, it's amazing. It is so much fun to do. I know you would think that it's not gonna work because a tissue paper is pretty delicate, but let me tell you, that's quite the experience. Oh, this is just a swatch from the Friendship set, which is the Renaissance Watercolor set that April Mathis and I collaborated on. This entire book, actually, these 2 books are, the color palette is from the Friendship set. So if you haven't checked out that set, it's these 6 colors. This white color, I know it's hard to show, but it's amazing. The white in combination with these super bright, punchy, I don't know what other word to describe it. It packs a punch, these colors, right? So these punchy colors mixed with the white will give you the most gorgeous, like either pastels if you mix a lot of white, or if you add just a little bit of white, it just gives you almost a jewel tone effect. I think I did that somewhere. Oh, here we go. These. So it's kind of like this. It will, did I do that? I think I did. Anyway, it will make everything a little more opaque, which is lovely. But that's all of these are from that Friendship set. Oh, here, this rainbow is. Minus the brown color. These fishies. So, anyway. Oh, look at this fun little pocket. Oh. So, yeah, I've just been having so much fun making these. It's a good place just to put, I've had this for a long time, and I know, I knew I've been wanting to keep this just the way it is and just use it, but I just didn't know where to put it. It just didn't fit anywhere, but I just stapled this in, and it looks great just right there. So I'll work on this a little bit more, but I mean, it's a great place just to put anything. So, oh yeah, and I show how to paint this too. So the white is really great for painting on black paper. So that's another reason why I love having white in that Friendship set. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? I think that's about it. Oh, so I don't know if you guys have ever made any ring-bound books before, but as far as tools, you could just have this and you would be fine, a hole punch, because I provide a template. Just like I said, I try and make it easy for everyone. So you don't need fancy tools. However, I discovered this amazing thing. It's called, well, I'm calling it the 6-hole puncher. It's meant for, so it has these things that are like personal, A5, A6. It's meant for notebooks, traveler's notebooks type of sizes is what is on here. And it'll punch all 6 holes at once. And I have found this really useful. So it does that. This one's adjustable too. So you can see for this tall book, I have the rings spaced, the holes are spaced a little differently. So this is kind of a, it's not a necessity, but it is super handy. So as far as the tools, you don't need a ton. So I used this, and then I also used my crocodile. If you have a crocodile, I feel like people that have a crocodile are always looking for new ways to make use of their crocodile. You will get some use out of this if you have one. Punching the holes on the covers. But if you don't, that's okay. I show you how to punch holes using an awl. And that's like about it. If you have a bunch of papers that you've collected, this is the perfect time to use it. If you have artwork from anything else, this is the perfect time to use it. And if you've been like keeping little things like this little felt thing I've been keeping for decades, literally, I finally found a place to put this. So it's a great place to store just about anything and everything. And there is some sort of magic in why it works so well, why I can just throw in something really bright and colorful. And some of it has to do with the other items that I'm using, which are packing paper. I love using things like junk mail and free items. So I use packing paper, I use plastics, old book pages and receipts and things like that. So and a lot of it just automatically provides those neutral colors so that every once in a while you can put in some brightly colored things and it looks so great. This is one of the pages that it's a nice neutral page, neutral color that I'll show you how to make. And it just helps to be able to separate some of these more colorful things so that your book looks really cohesive. And I think that's part of why it's so easy to work in this, and it's so easy just to add things like Happy Mail or whatever. Look at these 2 pages together are so neutral. I could put in something, really nice and bright, and it would go in here and fit so well. So it kind of takes the guesswork out of, well, I gotta do everything in one palette, and I gotta stick to that palette. Otherwise, my book will look all just kind of mishmash, But all right. Well, anyway, I had fun making this tag too. I kept adding more and more to it. I want to talk about this book forever, and I want to, of course, keep creating in it. Oh my gosh. I remember when I made this page, I just have been trying things out on camera as I go, and I will discover just the most fun things, the coolest things. Look at that. That's just a bit of fabric that I got at a reuse store that somebody was throwing out. So anyway, I think now I feel like I really have to work on this. So I'll work on this. I'll be sharing another video with you fairly soon. It is a book that I've been working on, a new collage soup book, and I'll give you a preview. I love the title. It's called Back That Art Up, and yes, it's landscape. So I'll give you a quick preview, but I'll talk to you about this in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.